Stuck wondering where to go in Europe? You're not alone. But the reason you can't decide might surprise you. Today, I'll share the simple framework I use to choose the right destination every single time. Hey, I'm Angela. I moved from the US to Europe about 6 years ago, and in the beginning, I made every travel mistake you can think of. I wasted time, chased the wrong deals, packed my itineraries too tight or not enough, and came home more tired than inspired. But over time, I figured out how to plan trips that felt intentional, exciting, and uniquely me. And once I did, I couldn't stop sharing what I'd learned. That's why I started my blog, Notes from Europe, to help other thoughtful travelers skip the stress and get to the good part. And that's what we're diving into today: how to choose the right European destination for your trip. Why is it so difficult to decide on a travel destination? It's not that you don't know enough, it's that you know too much. It's called choice paralysis. When you're bombarded with endless lists, stunning photos, and so many social media recommendations, your brain doesn't get closer to making a decision. It gets overwhelmed. Suddenly, you're a lot more informed, but further away from a decision than ever. Choice paralysis is one of the reasons that travelers get stuck before the trip planning process even begins. And it's really sad for folks who stay stuck like this for years. Their desire to travel becomes more and more like a faraway fantasy. You know what phrase I never really loved? Bucket list. It's used a lot in reference to travel. Bucket list experiences, bucket list trip. You may not realize this, but the term comes from a 2007 movie, The Bucket List, about two terminally ill men who go on one last adventure before they die. Before the movie, it came from that saying, "Do it before you kick the bucket." And while the sentiment isn't bad, it frames travel as something you do at the end of life. A final lap, a Hail Mary before the clock runs out. And I really don't like this because travel isn't just something you do right before you die. It's about growing while you live. Travel challenges you. It teaches you resilience. Exploring new places makes you a better listener and a better observer. Travel opens your eyes, not just to new places, but to new parts of yourself. So if you've been stuck in where should I go limbo for months or even years, don't let indecision rob you of the experiences that are waiting for you. You're just one decision away from finally stepping into the kind of travel that can shape your whole life, not just your final years. What's a place you always wanted to visit? Not because it's trendy, but because it means something to you. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know what's on your personal list. Not your bucket list, but on your see it soon list. So let's make that decision easier. I'm gonna walk you through the exact process I use to choose my own destinations. It's simple, flexible, and filters out the noise so you can start planning something real. The first step is to allow yourself to dream freely. Grab a pen and paper or open the Notes app on your phone. You're going to write 2 lists. The first one should be a list of your dream destinations. Don't worry about how practical they are. And don't limit yourself to places that you can realistically travel to in the next couple of years. Add everything to this list: Japan, Australia, Antarctica. The goal here is to dream as big as possible. For the second list, think about the trip you want to take within the next 12 to 24 months. Now, write down the more practical destinations, places you can realistically see yourself traveling to in the near future. And on this list, go ahead and write down any specifics that you want to fit into this trip too, like seeing the Matterhorn, for example. Think about how you want to feel on this trip, the pace that you want it to have, and jot it down. The second step is to get real about your timeline. How many days do you have for this trip? What time of year will you be going? Seasonality matters more than some people think. There are some destinations that are magic in spring, but way too busy in summer. Venice in April, cool breezes, fewer crowds, magical light on the canals. But Venice in August, sweltering heat, packed streets, and the constant risk of aqua alta flooding in parts of the city. In step 3, compare your short list from step 1 and your realistic timeline from step 2. Evaluate your potential destinations against the dates you're actually available to travel. Does this place shine in the season that I'm actually going? Will you have enough time to enjoy this destination, given your travel dates? Or will you be rushing to see everything? From my experience, you should plan at least 4 full days for big capital cities like London, Paris, or Rome. These places are dense, layered, and deserve more than just a rushed walkthrough. For smaller towns or regional stops, 2 to 3 days is usually the sweet spot. It gives you enough time to settle in, explore, and still have some time to relax. Remember, trying to do too much, especially in a short time frame, doesn't make your trip more impressive. It just makes it more exhausting. If you appreciate the way that I break down these travel topics, then you are going to love my free email course, How to Plan a Trip to Europe. Through 8 easy to digest emails, I'll walk you step by step through the entire planning process, from big picture decisions like choosing a destination or budgeting, and those smaller details that can really help to make a trip unforgettable. It's completely free. You can sign up by using the link in the description below. Now that you know where you're going, it's time to figure out how you're going to get there. In the next video, I'll show you the smarter way to book flights so that you'll actually enjoy the experience of getting to your destination. Tap here to keep planning like a pro.